Hey everyone, this is Jerry. When we talk about metals, most people first think of gold, its rarity, its ability to preserve value, or copper, known for its practicality. Recently, we've all seen global metal prices soar. Gold prices have broken records, surpassing $4,000 per ounce for the first time in history. Silver has also hit a new all-time high, and platinum has surged by nearly 80% this year. But it's not just precious metals. Industrial metals like copper have been on fire too. LME copper even touched $11,000 per ton earlier this week. Yet, amid all this excitement, one metal remains surprisingly overlooked: aluminum. Despite its wide range of uses and importance in modern industries, aluminum's price has risen only about 8% this year. So that raises the question, could aluminum be the next metal to experience a major price surge? Today, let's take a deep dive and find out. First, let's look at aluminum's role in today's industries. According to data from Q3 2025, global aluminum demand has reached a new high, driven largely by the new energy sector and high-end manufacturing. Why is aluminum in such high demand? Because its advantages are undeniable. It's lightweight, corrosion-resistant, conductive, and fully recyclable, perfectly aligned with the global low-carbon and sustainability trends. That's why aluminum's status in industrial applications is getting stronger every year. Even though prices haven't skyrocketed like other metals, its applications cover many of the world's fastest-growing industries. Bloomberg NEF lists aluminum, alongside copper, lithium, and steel, as one of the 4 key metals essential for the energy transition. But there's a catch. Electricity is the most critical input in aluminum production, and with the explosion of data center construction, global power supply is becoming increasingly tight. Let's talk about aluminum's main application fields. Today, it's a core material in 2 major industries. The new energy sector aluminum is everywhere, in electric vehicle, EV bodies and battery shells, solar panel frames, and wind turbine components. EVs rely on lightweight materials to increase efficiency, and aluminum is perfect for that. Solar and wind energy systems need materials that are durable and corrosion resistant. Again, aluminum delivers. 2. High-end manufacturing. From aerospace parts to electronic devices and even semiconductor packaging, aluminum plays a vital role. Think about AI servers, which are extremely popular right now. Their heat sinks and cooling systems rely heavily on aluminum's excellent thermal conductivity, helping machines run stably. According to Wood Mackenzie, EVs are now the biggest driver of aluminum demand. Because of aluminum's high strength-to-weight ratio, it reduces vehicle weight and extends battery range. Data from CRU Group shows that an electric vehicle uses about 150 pounds more aluminum than a traditional gasoline car. And even for conventional cars, aluminum remains critical. Take the Ford F-150 pickup, America's best-selling vehicle. It's also one of the largest aluminum consumers in the auto industry. Over a decade ago, Ford began using aluminum bodies to reduce vehicle weight. Recently, a fire broke out at a New York aluminum rolling mill that supplied 40% of aluminum materials for US automakers, causing Ford's stock to plunge. Wood Mackenzie analyst Shashank Sriram said this event reflects a deep structural weakness in the aluminum industry. High energy costs have shrunk US smelting capacity, while downstream rolling and extrusion plants have long suffered from underinvestment. Beyond the automotive sector, solar energy is another huge market. Consulting firm SFA notes that aluminum is becoming the second most used metal in solar manufacturing right after steel. Why? It's cheaper, lighter, and still a good conductor, making it an ideal substitute for copper in power transmission lines. And with the AI boom driving the construction of data centers, demand for aluminum is only increasing. From cooling systems to server frames, aluminum has become essential in keeping AI infrastructure running smoothly. Now let's turn to the supply side. While demand keeps growing, power shortages are limiting how much aluminum producers can make. Bauxite, the raw material for aluminum, is abundant, but turning it into usable aluminum requires massive amounts of electricity. Refined bauxite becomes alumina, which must then be electrolyzed to separate aluminum from oxygen, a process that's incredibly energy-intensive. According to the Aluminum Association of America, a single new aluminum smelter consumes as much electricity per year as an entire city like Boston or Nashville. In potential production hubs like Indonesia, power constraints are also emerging as a major bottleneck. Meanwhile, in the US, the AI and cloud computing boom has created fierce competition for electricity. Even the Alcoa Corporation, which operates 2 of America's 4 remaining aluminum smelters, said in a September industry meeting that it now has to compete with tech giants like Amazon and Microsoft for power contracts. And here's the kicker. Those companies are willing to pay over $100 per megawatt hour, while smelters need power to stay near $30 mobiwan to remain profitable. Sure, recycling aluminum can help, but it's not enough. Wood Mackenzie analyst Patel explains that recycled aluminum must often be blended with primary aluminum to meet quality standards, since impurities can reduce conductivity and performance. In short, both demand and supply are tightening. And aluminum, though everywhere and indispensable, is heading into a pressure cooker situation. That's why many industry experts believe that in the next commodity supercycle, aluminum might become the hottest material on the market. Let's look at what major investment banks are saying. According to Citibank, aluminum's current price levels are unsustainable. To stimulate the additional 10 million tons of new supply needed by 2030, prices must stay well above current levels for years to come. The bank's report suggests that aluminum needs to stabilize above $3,000 per ton to make projects in countries like Indonesia economically viable. If that still doesn't balance supply and demand, or if recycled aluminum growth underperforms, prices might have to rise even higher to around $4,000 per ton, similar to the levels seen during the early 2000s commodity boom. So, after all this analysis, what's the takeaway? In a world where demand keeps climbing and supply remains constrained, aluminum's price trajectory looks increasingly bullish. Whether you're an investor, industry professional, or just curious about global markets, aluminum is a metal you'll want to keep your eyes on. This is Jerry. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe. See you next time.